Welcome back to Corpse Party! What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Just like Chapter 1, there are a couple different things that we can do as far as dialogue goes, and this will also be where I show off the bad endings, and these ones are... yeah, they're just... they're really bad. But first of all, do you remember that Power Stone we got? Oh, Yoshiki, you have a love of gems. I love that you have a love of gems. The gems are really cool looking. You know what else is cool looking? The one that we have, the Power Gem. The Power Gem has a lot of different uses in this chapter, but what happens if we don't give it to our students? What if we keep it? That is a cool looking gem, and I want it. Nah, you don't need this silly gemstone. I mean, what use could it possibly have in a place like this? Oh, believe it or not, it's got a lot more use than you think. And technically, nothing has changed as far as dialogue. But, for being a stone touted as a savior, it really didn't do much as far as fending off this evil spirit. So, let's say we're feeling a bit greedy today. I want to live, please. And believe it or not, that's where the dialogue changes. Either way, he still snaps our rib cage. So even though we said what we wanted him to hear, Sensei is still going to die. Or does she? So the Power Stone has no use as far as having Yui-sensei hold it, so there really is no reason not to give it to your students. Now, the Power Stone, as I've mentioned, has multiple uses, and I couldn't show any of them off because they all require you to get hurt, if you can believe that. Yes, in order to use the Power Stone, you need to be in peril, just like Yui-sensei here. Unfortunately, she has passed, but her fate does change later. So, what does the Power Stone do? Well, it gives you one free hit for any insta-death situation that should happen. Even though Yui-sensei isn't here, she is still watching over us. And she is very hopeful that she was able to do something. She loves her students so much that Power Stone she gave us will protect us. Thanks a lot, Miss Yui. Oh, and small situation here. If you do take that free hit from a ghost, be sure to keep moving, or else that'll happen after the dialogue. Yeah, I accidentally saw this death scene twice. And believe it or not only does it protect you from the spirits, it protects you from possible bad endings. If you're about to do something that will change your entire game and make it so that you'll get a bad ending instead, the game will toss you off course. Which doesn't really help when I'm trying to record these, because right here this message says don't leave her side, and I can no longer get the bad ending. It has locked me out of it. So I have to go back and do this one. Not a bad problem. But also, the victim's memoirs. As much as I want to read this, I have a strange feeling Miss Yui protects you from that as well. So any bad endings that you're about to jump into, you get one free hit from the spirits. The Power Stone actually has a lot of different uses in this chapter. Unfortunately, some people must die someday. Like, Ayumi, what was I supposed to do around that spirit? You said look at it straight in the face, right? Like, right into its eyes? Right?
目が離せねえ。なんだこいつの目。なんだ？あ、真っ暗だ。白崎！ゆい先生！サトシ！誰かいないのか！だよ。ここどこだ？夢でも見てたのか？てか、体動かないし。周りに、壁？穴の中か？ここ。なんだ？誰だ？やめろ！土か？上から誰かが。やめろ！何してんだ！植える気か！口の中に詰まり出した。息ができねえ。死ぬのかよ。こんな。死ぬ？誰が？嘘だろ？冗談じゃねえ！やめろ！痛え！手が。
I can handle blood, I can handle gore, but the way that this game portrays being buried alive is just... ugh. It's so freaky how well they did that. Now, you remember this scene, don't you? Ayumi is possessed for the first time, and she actually kicks us out of the way. What a mean girl. But then again, she can't really control it. So, here's a what-if scenario for you. What if we witnessed Ayumi going absolutely nuts, but then we did nothing about it? So, she's down there. Let's not tend to her needs. We've got the nail puller. Let's go activate that mechanism. I'll be right back. So I went and activated the first mechanism, and now we just need to go activate the second one. Keep in mind that Ayumi is still down in that room in the entrance hallway down below us, and she will stay there the entire time. The way to trigger that event where she becomes possessed, you actually have to get the nail puller from this room with the child's spirit. So we've activated the first mechanism to activate the bridge in here to get the second mechanism. So let's go ahead and use the second one to unlock the way to the latter half of the game. I love how the music stops here to add tension. Let's go. Huh, did you hear something? Remember when I said it was easier to see the little strings attached? The little wires that are made for this machine? It's easier to see them when you actually play this game on high definition on the Vita? Well, you saw it too, right? And by the way, the addition of no music adds so much here. Ayumi!
これ篠崎？ああ！なんで？嘘だー！嘘だ！嘘だー！おう、嫌だ。なんだよ。なんなんだよ。なんでこんな目に遭わなきゃいけねえんだ。なんでお前の死に顔なんか見なきゃいけねえんだよ。ふざけんなよ。篠崎。お前のそんな姿見るくらいなら俺が代わりに死ねばよかったんだ。そう。
If you're curious as to what that thud sound was, that was Yoshiki's top half hitting the floor. This is disgusting. And fun note, some of these I have never seen before. This one is one of those times. And pay attention here, specifically to what Ayumi says when she's possessed for the second time. It may seem like the ramblings of somebody who's possessed, but pay close attention as to what she says.
もっと連れてこい！私のために何でもしてくれる！悪気がなくても、あなたは生き埋めが知れつのですか？私のものなんだから、あなたなんかに渡さない！掃除が大変だ。恥ずかしいと思いなさいよ！ 何?
Before I talk about what she actually said, we have a brand new choice. At first we said, fight it, Shinozaki, but this time, just cut the crap, man. And by the way, this is hilarious. She just has a simple question. Who are you? That smacks you to the side. Like she did the first time, but this time I just thought it was a bit funnier. She only had one question to ask and then knocks you over to the side. I just thought that was really funny. The rest of the scene plays out as it would normally, and the bad ending we're going to get actually comes from just walking away from this scene. Yes, as mentioned previously, the bad endings can get very picky. If you do one thing out of line, you are getting a bad ending. So here's a what-if scenario for you. What if Ayumi went absolutely bonkers, she knocked us upside the head, and we just left her?
篠崎、あのままほっとくのはやばいか。でも、怖えよ。なんであんなになっちまったんだよ。
The rest of this scene is actually Yoshiki's flashback, so I'll go ahead and talk about what Ayumi actually said during this scene while I quickly skip through it. She mentioned, first of all, she started out rambling. That didn't make any sense. Until she mentions being buried alive. She mentions having multiple items that are hers. She also mentions that cleanup is a real pain in the ass. She was actually mentioning some of the death scenes you can get in this chapter. Yoshiki was buried alive. The cleanup being a pain in the ass? I would expect if your intestines just fell out of the front of your body if you got cut in half by a wire. And collecting multiple items? I think she was talking about the victim's memoirs. I thought that was kind of a cool Easter egg if you were paying attention.
そういや、あの時の涙の礼、まだ言ってないな。そうだよ。ここに閉じ込められたことが分かった時、何があっても、あいつを守るって決めたじゃねえか。俺の、何があってもが今、試されてんだよ。知らん。マジかよ。いや。
I have actually never seen that ending before. It was kind of cruel. Just for going one different direction, you get pushed down the stairs and a lot of bones in your body break under the pressure of being thrown down the stairs. Believe it or not, I actually thought that was going to be a lot more comical with Ayumi throwing herself down the stairs, but that one is a lot more cruel. But now we're getting into the final bad ending, the victim's memoirs, the things you were warned about throughout this entire chapter when they were introduced. Behold the words of the dead. Do not read the victim's memoirs to their conclusion. Now, something I do want to know, for those who are watching this, would you rather I narrate these memoirs, or would you rather just have me stay silent and let you read them yourself? Because the only thing you're doing is reading documents. Now, I could do the same thing I've been doing and just react to what they say, or would you rather have just some thematic narration to add a bit more life to these simple text entries? Just go ahead and let me know in the comments, but for now, we've already read this one document here. It tells the tale of two students who are about to die, and one gives her life for the other. But, just to stay sane, the one who lived carries around her eyeball. Awesome. So, now that the first victim's memoir has been read, the next one will appear. And they're actually within close proximity of each other. Oh yeah, by the way, there are traps around here. So, just in case you thought you could escape the first time, when you were running away from the child spirit after you brought Ayumi back to her senses, there's traps there for you. and chances are you will fall for them. Like I said, this game is cruel in that regard. The second memoir will be down here in the entrance, and I think the insanity is kicking in even harder. Well, at least they're very aware of what they hold in their hand. I'm glad I've never held an eyeball. I don't want to know how heavy it is. That's really gross. These memoirs can get pretty messed up, especially when you read all of them. The next one, believe it or not, 3 out of 5, is actually in the room that has the message saying, don't read the memoirs all the way to the end. It's kind of ironic in a way. I think I went against my own logic when I was explaining the memoirs the first time. Once you read one memoir, the next one shows up. And it'll stay there until you find it. So it's not like the memoirs have a specific timer or anything. Once you read number 1, number 2 will appear. If you read number 2, number 3 will appear, and so on and so forth until you read the 5th one. If you go back and read the wrong one, I believe they reset. Don't quote me on that, but then again, they're really easy to find, so it shouldn't matter if you do read them out of order or not. You could just go back and read them. The one thing I don't like about the memoirs is that you have to run back and forth between a giant hallway and a child spirit chasing you. The 4th one is on the 3rd floor, where Ayumi has her second freak out, and she becomes possessed again. Oh no, don't tell me. Oh no. You're gonna say what I think you're gonna say, aren't you? Well, I understand it's in the sake of not becoming insane, but please don't tell me you did what I think you did. Ugh. That's fantastic. And now, the last memoir. It actually gives you a warning here. Let's go ahead and tempt fate. Uh-oh. And here's where the insanity finally kicks in. They didn't want to go against their friend's wishes and defile the body anymore, but they couldn't stand it.
なんだよ。何口に入れて。血の味。ってお前。ああ！これ。白崎！白崎！これ、白崎じゃねえか。ああ！なんで！誰がこんなことを！ああ！あ！誰だ！許さねえぞ！許さねえ！
死にたくない。死にたくない。殺される。食べられる。あいつが追いかけてくる。もうすぐきっと捕まる。この遺書を読む人がいたら、あいつを裁いてください。私を殺して食べたのはクラスメートの岸沼です。
Let it be known that the victim's memoirs' bad endings are probably the best bad endings you can get in the game. And we have just relived what was in the memoirs. If you actually noticed, Ayumi's body was in the exact same place as the corpse that had the first memoir next to it. But there we go, we have finished all of the endings for Chapter 2. 5 endings in total, and if you've noticed, we couldn't change Mayu's fate. She was always meant to die. But Yui-sensei is back alive, so I guess we'll have to see what is up next in Chapter 3. So next time on Corpse Party, guess where we're heading. I'll see you guys next time.